Thank you, Sophia. Arash was actually talking about me at the airport. Thank you. No, I'm just joking. I'm from India. Just like Sophia, I like to get that out of the blue already so you don't have to guess my accent. I know it's Surrey, so it's okay. You guys are used to it. It's like you are the minority now. Thank you. So the best part of coming to Surrey every time I live in Victoria, so the best part of coming to Surrey is that I don't have to actually use my Google. I just follow the smell. Smell of spices. What are you guys thinking? So I've been living in Canada for 13 years, and I feel like I'm a misfit in two cultures. Like I don't really gel here, like I don't get the simple things. I tell you my first experience in Canada was when somebody asked me, how are you? I realized that day, like you're not supposed to tell them the story of your life. You're just supposed to say, I am good, thank you, and move on. So I came to Canada like when I was doing my master's. I was studying in Montreal, and I was working in this grocery store at the cereal aisle in between Gorilla Munch and Leaping Lemurs. So I was just putting shelves and everything, and like suddenly this French gentleman came walk behind me and starts saying things like, "Vous travaillez ici?" And I don't speak French, but I said yes. And then he asked me, "Ça va?" And I said, yes. But now there's a voice in my head like, tell him right away, you don't speak French. So I got up and I said, excuse me, sir, sorry, I don't speak French. So he was very kind. So he gave me like, it's okay, you've been here like for like how much, 1 month, so it's okay, you won't learn that quickly. So he talked to me in English, so he started asking me, how are you? And I felt very touched. I was like, someone actually cares about me? I mean, just 1 month from India, the first time outside India. So I started telling him like, my grades are not doing good. I don't understand the weather here. And I'm living in a basement with 10 other people. There's actually 5 people. So as I was telling him the story of my life, he slowly starts to fade away. It almost reminded me of that episode in Simpson, like, you know, like Homer goes in the bush. So he ended up being in the cat food aisle. I moved to Victoria 7 years ago, and it was like the part of process of my like enlightenment journey. You know, like, but the moment I moved to Ireland for living a sustainable life, I started feeling entitled. Especially when I use bike lanes. Thank you. I like bike lanes, but only when I'm using them. Once when I'm done with this, like, what the hell was that? Bike lanes like being in a relationship. You only enjoy it when you're in it. Once you're out of it, you're like, what was happening? Thank you, you liked it. So I moved to Victoria because I wanted to live a peaceful, sustainable lifestyle, drink kombucha, eat tofu, and all the stuff. I don't like tofu though. Like I was there so that I can teach yoga, but then I realized everyone else is a yoga teacher. Like whenever I used to go to a yoga studio, they want me to take their own yoga classes, like own yoga training, which is like $5,000 every time. It almost hit me in the head and was like, it's almost like if you want to teach ice hockey, I sent you back to India and ask you to take a 200-hour ice hockey game, teaching course, and then come back and teach here. You guys been quiet on that one. You take your hockey very seriously, I guess. Connects are doing good? I'm good. I don't really follow hockey, like I'm always against the city I am in. Because when I was living in Montreal, I was against Habs. When I was in Edmonton, I was against Oilers. And when I'm in Victoria, we don't have a team. Thank you. Winnipeg? Okay, you left there, right? I'm the winner here now. So I hop cities, like I'm lucky enough to be living in different cities in Canada, like I've really experienced the culture and I love it. And I have a theory that every place has its own sense of smell and taste. Montreal for me was like strawberry and cheese. Edmonton was like oil and gas. Victoria is like weed and dead people. Thank you. So we have such a huge like symmetry there. Like I was. Thank you. I recently got married. I know. Thank you. I'm still going to therapy now. Not because of my marriage, it's because like how tiring it is. Like they don't tell you like you don't enjoy any part of it. All you want is to be over and like sit in your pajamas and eat Doritos or something like that. Like it was a typical Indian wedding, so it lasted almost like 24 hours. So I was on stage for like, I don't know how much, I don't even remember. It's like it's a vague memory of pain. So I got to eat at 3 a.m., but it was okay. Like, but yes, it was not a good experience. I would like to do it the other way, like just go somewhere, do things, and get over with it. So when I was in India, like I realized like I really love being an uncle. Like I have a little niece, and I felt like being an uncle is like being a fun parent. You don't have to worry about everything else. You just do the fun things and leave. So whenever I go there, I take care of my niece. I make sure that she's having a proper discipline. She's 3 years old. So one day when I was coming from my room, she was just sitting there, and she started saying things to me like, I want to eat chocolate, like Kit Kat specifically, and watch cartoons, like right first thing in the morning. And I said, have you brushed your teeth? Have you washed your face? Have you like drink some water or something? See, she listened to me very carefully, and then she took a pause. And she said to me, go back to Canada. I traveled such a long distance to experience reverse racism from a 3 years old. I was Jesus Christ once. It's amazing, Sophia and I have a few things common in it. So, I studied in a Catholic school in India. We have a lot of Catholic schools because of the courtesy of 200 years of colonization. Don't feel bad about it, it's over. Maybe, I don't know. So I was in the Catholic school, and there was always, during the Christmas time, it's a very important time for us, and I enjoy the festival. They asked me to play Jesus Christ. And you don't believe I can look like Jesus Christ, right? Jesus Christ was from Middle East though, right? He wasn't your like blue eyes, blonde hair guy. But I'm like a well-fed Jesus Christ. I'm like Jesus who never went on diet. So I play Jesus Christ. Thank you. And for some of you, it might be okay. Like some kid playing Jesus Christ in a school play, that's okay. I'm a Hindu. I have 330 million gods and goddesses to please. And I play Jesus Christ. It was a great experience. I nailed it. You do have to do a dad joke here and then, right? Which made me thinking, you know, like how every religion is reinventing itself, like in current scenarios, like so that they can bring in the new crowd, bring in even Christianity has adopted being all LGBTQ things, also, you know, right? Thank you. So, like for example, Hinduism had yoga and Lululemon, and like Buddhism has rich people. It's about time Christianity should like tag along with something and like get hold on to some kind of activity to improve its brand image, to look good and everything, right? So I think CrossFit will be the best. Thank you. And every year they'll have like events based on Christianity or Bible. They'll have like events like carrying the heaviest cross the farthest distance while your trainer is whipping at you. They'll have events like running on water. It'll be a short event, what will happen? And of course they're going to have deadlifts. I don't understand why you don't like that. Jesus died, and he came back, so he lifted himself from the dead. That was a deadlift. It was a happy deadlift, actually. Thank you very much. You've been awesome, crowd. My name is Amit.
Club to see Jesus act out. And boy, are we fulfilled. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Look how short I am. Oh my god, my tiptoes. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your incredible feature act. This guy came over all the way from the island. Also, he braved the storm and the winds and the tide. You're like,